How are you trying to educate workers who are skeptical of unionizing your ramp workers and others?
Yeah, it really is a one-on-one when we can get them, right? This is an opportunity for people to hear us, and maybe they'd be willing to have those conversations. When we have those sit-downs, when we are able to knock on their door or their coworkers are able to engage them in the workplace, the vast majority, the percentage is super high. 70, 80% of the people that you can talk about the actual comparisons, they buy in. They're interested.
So what's their fear? Is their fear, hey, if we do this, this is going to cause us to lose our jobs? Is that the fear?
Sure, there's definitely that fear. There's absolutely that fear of that I don't want to be a target, right? There's absolutely that fear. But there's also just the unknown, right? They're being fed, and I mentioned this on the last show. You're getting a relatively close wage to what the rest of the industry gets for them. So they don't take the time to do the research. They don't take the time to find out for themselves. And so, what they're getting told by Delta Airlines or some of these airlines that are non-unionized is, why would you do that? You're going to have to pay, $50 a month for union dues. Why do you want to pay that extra amount? Well, you're going to pay that extra amount because you're about to get a lot more. Like, the companies are not out there, trying to keep unions off their property just because they don't want to mess with their culture. No, they're keeping them off the property because an airline like Delta Airlines is saving $1 billion nearly a year in labor costs because they don't give their employees the same package that every other airline worker that's unionized is getting.
So what's that package? So what, for the person who's watching and listening who doesn't know, what are the workers getting if they actually do unionize?
I'm not going to go through every airline, but I'll just take United Airlines as an example. United Airlines, the employees of United Airlines have the top wages, or at some point were the top wages. We're in negotiations again. They'll go back to the top. But the top of the industry in wages, they got a pension, they got a 401k, they have medical plan, they have dental plan, they have paid vacation, they got paid sick leave, they got profit sharing, they got shifts that they get to bid, they get double time, they get overtime, extra pay on their holiday. If they work a holiday, they get double time. Their package is complete. It's not an empty shell where it's painted pretty on the outside with a dollar sign, and then on the inside it's empty. Like a contract at United Airlines is 300 pages long. And it's not just about that, too. They have protections. They have rights, grievance procedures. If they are wronged in the workplace and a contract is violated, whether it's bidding your shift or picking overtime or things of that nature, they have an ability to say, you passed me over, now you have to pay me. And you have representation of resources.
So compare that to on the airlines you're trying to unionize.
Well, they just don't have. They'll have pieces of it. Sometimes they'll be comparable in the wages. Not like if you take a JetBlue, they're not even comparable. They're just not even comparable with the top 5 or 6 airlines. They're not even in the ballpark. But Delta does a good job of keeping the wages up there. But I'll give you an example.
Your point it goes beyond wages. There are other things in the package.
So much bigger now. For instance, I'll give you an example. Delta has a pension, right? It's not the same type of pension that we have at a United or one of our other carriers. They have a pension. You get hurt on the job, at work, get hurt, job related. You go out, you get paid while you're going out. Whatever they paid you while you're going out, that comes out of what your pension compensation is when you retire. That's ridiculous. That's absurd. But that is because the law has a loophole in it that says that they can draw from that to pay their workman's comp or to pay their costs for that. They do. And then they take it out of your portion of your pension. That's just one example. Shift bidding, overtime, the list goes on and on of just the inadequacies, and it's not any different at JetBlue.
Hi, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Fanbase is a free-to-download, free-to-use, next-generation social media platform that allows anyone to have followers and subscribers on the same page. Fanbase was built through investment dollars from equity crowdfunding from the Jobs Act. People just like you help build Fanbase, and we're looking for more people to help build Fanbase. We are currently raising $17 million in a Regulation A crowdfund on Start Engine. We've already crossed $2.1 million, but we're looking to raise more capital from people just like you that deserve the opportunity to invest in early-stage startups without having to be accredited investors. So right now, I'd like you to go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest. The minimum to invest is $399. that gets you 60 shares of stock in Fanbase right now, today. And then use Fanbase to connect with friends, grow your audience, and be you without limits.
When you talk about blackness and what happens in black culture, covering these things that matter to us, speaking to our issues and concerns.
This is a genuine people-powered movement.
There's a lot of stuff that we're not getting. You get it, and you spread the word.
We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us. We cannot tell our own story if we can't pay for it.
This is about covering us.
Invest in black-owned media.
Your dollars matter. We don't have to keep asking them to cover our stuff. So please support us in what we do, folks.
We want to hit 2,000 people, $50 this month, raise $100,000. We're behind 100,000, so we want to hit that. Y'all money makes this possible.
Checks and money orders go to P.O. Box 57196, Washington, D.C. 20037-0196. PayPal is R Martin Unfiltered. Venmo is RM Unfiltered. Zelle is Roland at RolandSMartin.com.